Hello everyone. Now we have to start our miscellaneous exercise. Okay. So from question 1 to 13, they are very simple questions and you can solve all of them. If you have doubts, so you can ask me in a group. Okay. If you have doubt in any one of the question from 1 to 13, you can send the question in our group, and then in the next video I will solve all of them. Okay, so here we are going to solve a question number 14. This question is a little bit tough as compared to other questions, so I'm solving this question here. Okay, see, in question number 14, if x under root 1 plus y under root 1 plus x is equals to 0. Okay, for this is a condition here, x is more than -1 and but less than 1, and we have to prove that dy by dx is equals to -1 over 1 plus x whole square. Okay, so this is what which we have to prove in this question. So I'm writing the same equation here, and take this equation on the right hand side, and you have to change the sign also. X1 plus y will remain the same, and this term will be on the right hand side. Then you will get -y under root 1 plus x. Here what we are doing, we are squaring both sides with this squaring both sides, and we get x will, it will become x square, and root will cancel out. This will give you 1 plus y equals to y, and this will give you minus y whole square and 1 plus x only. Okay, so this, you have to insert this x square into this, so this will be x square and x square y, and similarly this is y square, because the power is 2, so ignore minus sign, and you will get y square plus y square x, like this. In the next step, we are bringing this y square here. This will be x square minus y square, you can write, plus the same here you have to write, and this you have to take on the left hand side. So this will be minus y square x, and that is equal to 0. Fine. After that, this can be done as x square minus y square will be x minus y and x plus y, plus, and from these two we can take common xy, and you will get x minus y only, which is equal to 0. Now you can see that from this and this, your x minus y will be common. Fine. And what you will get, x plus y plus xy, this one, because this and this will come these two will come common. Okay, x minus y, and this you will get x plus y plus xy, like this. Now x minus y equals to 0, and this term equals to 0, you have to put here. You will get x equals to y, and here you are taking y common from these two equations, and this x will be shift on the right hand side. That will give you minus x, and here you will take y as common. You will get 1 plus x. Got it? Now you have to differentiate this. Okay, let me adjust the next page, just wait. Here it is. Okay, here is the next page. So here your y is equals to x. Fine. What you have to do, you have to differentiate this. You have to differentiate both sides with respect to x. You have to write this whole statement, and you will get dy by dx equals to 1, because derivative of x will be 1. Okay, now here the next will be, you will get this one, and here you have to differentiate dy by dx, and in this part you have to apply quotient rule. This 1 plus x will remain the same, and derivative of minus x, that will give you -1, minus x will remain the same, and derivative of 1 plus x will be 1. This whole divided by 1 plus x whole square. Got it? Now you have to insert this minus 1 into this. This will be -1 minus x. Okay, and this will be plus x. So minus x and x will cancel out, and it will give you -1 over 1 plus x whole square. So this is the required answer. This is your required answer. This is what which we have to prove. Okay, so this is how we can solve this question. Now here we are solving question number 15. Okay, this is also a very important question of your NCERT. In this question, this equation is given to us and we have to find out the value of this, and we have to show that this is independent of A and B. That means when you will solve this, it answer doesn't contain A and B. Okay, now I'm writing this equation here. This equation is given to us. Okay, then we are differentiating both sides with respect to x. Fine. So this will give you 2x minus a plus 2y minus b into derivative of this y minus b will be dy by dx, and that is equals to, this is a constant, so it will give you 0. From this equation we have to find out the value of dy by dx. So I am shifting this term on the right hand side and you will get this equation, and this 2 and 2 will cancel out, this and this will cancel out, and this y minus b will come in the denominator of this. So your dy by dx will be x minus a over y minus b, and this minus sign you have to write. Okay, so this is your equation number 1. This is your dy by dx. Now we are differentiating again with respect to x. So this will give you d square y by dx square equals to, here you have to apply quotient rule. So y minus b will remain the same, derivative of this will give you minus 1, minus this will remain the same, derivative of this, so this derivative of this will give you dy by dx, and over square of this. Okay, this is your quotient rule. Now just here what you have to do, you have to put the value of dy by dx from this equation number 1, and just you have to simplify this equation. See, I'm solving on the next page, just wait. Okay, so here your double derivative equals to minus y minus b plus x minus a. On simplification you will get this, and at a place of dy by dx I'm putting this value. Now you have to take LCM. This y minus b will multiply by this will be y minus b whole square plus x minus a whole square, and this minus sign will change this sign, this will be minus, and in denominator you have to write the y minus b whole cube, because this y minus b will come in the denominator also. This is square, and this y minus b, so it will make it cube, that is y minus b whole cube. And now when you will take minus common from this, this will be y minus b whole square plus x minus a whole square, which is c square, and which is given to you in question. So I'm writing minus c square over y minus b whole cube. Okay, so this is your double derivative. Got it? Now here this is given to you, and just you have to put the values. This is 1 plus, here I'm putting the value of dy by dx, which is this whole square, and this whole to the power 3 by 2, and in denominator you have to put the value of double derivative, which is this. Okay, now again this y minus b, you have to take LCM. This will be y minus b whole square, because power is 2 here. So y minus b whole square plus this will be x minus a whole square. This minus sign will be positive because you are doing a square of this. Okay, so x minus a whole square and this y minus b whole square, and this whole raised to power 3 by 2, which is this one. And denominator, the same term you have to copy. Okay, now you can see this is what, this is your c square. So we are writing c square whole to the power 3 by 2, y minus b square whole raised to power 3 by 2. Okay, I'm writing this power with this and this also, and this will remain the same. This 2 and 2 will cancel out. Here 2 and 2 will cancel out. Similarly 2 and 2 will cancel out. It will give you c cube, y minus b cube, y minus b cube. and denominator same you have to copy. Okay, now you can see that this is same, you can cancel it, and c cube over minus c square, it will give you minus c. So answer is coming in form of c, not in form of a and b, so it is independent of a and b. Got it? So this is how you can solve question number 15. Okay, this is a important question, so solve at least 2 or 3 times. Here is your next question, that is your question number 16, and here the equation is given to us. If cos y equals to x into cos a plus y, with cos a not equals to plus minus 1, and we have to prove that this one. Okay, so this is also important question. What you have to do, what I'm doing, I'm differentiating both side with respect to x, and I will get, this is a cos y, so derivative of cos y will be minus sin y, and then the derivative of this y will be dy by dx equals to here you have to apply product rule. Cos a plus y will remain the same, and the derivative of x will be 1, plus x will remain the same, then the derivative of this cos a plus y will be minus sin a plus y, and derivative of this angle will be dy by dx. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm just simply simplifying this equation. This will give you minus sin y dy by dx equals to cos a plus y minus this minus will come out, it will make this plus minus. Okay, and into x sin a plus y dy by dx. Now I'm shifting this term on the left hand side. So here this equation already is there, so you have to write this whole term plus this whole term you have to write. So this is your equals to cos a plus y. Okay, now as you know that we can take dy by dx common from these two, so dy by dx will common, and you have to, what you have to write inside this bracket, this minus sin y plus x sin a plus y, and equals to the same term you have to write on the right hand side. Now this term will come in the denominator of this, so this will be cos a plus y over this, and this is your next step. Okay, in the next step what you have to do, you have to replace this x, you have to put this value, you have to get the value of x from this equation. X will be cos y over cos a plus y, so you have to put the value of x. Fine, see, I have done. On the next page, just wait, here it is. Okay, so here I have got the value of x, and I have put the value of x in denominator. The numerator part will remain the same, minus sin y will remain the same, plus at a place of x I am putting this value, and this sin a plus y will remain the same. Now you have to take the LCM. This will be minus sin y cos a plus y plus cos y sin a plus y, and this will come in the denominator. Okay, in the next step this will come, multiply with the numerator, it will give you cos square a plus y, and this will give you, I'm writing this first, sin a plus y into cos y minus sin y cos a plus y, like this. And this is what, this is your formula, sin a plus y minus y. Okay, sin a minus b, this is the formula of sin a minus b, expansion form of sin a minus b. So I can write this like this y and y will cancel out, it will give you sin a in the denominator, and numerator part will remain the same. So this is what which you have to prove. Got it? So this is your question number 16. Okay.